Hello everybody and welcome back to another commentary by Denifia. Goodness, what's happening? Right, this game is played on this crappy map, and yes, I know we all hate it, but it comes up when you do looking for a game, so you can't get around it really unless you want to quit straight away, which is kind of annoying to everybody else. Anyway, quickly just want to go over a couple of things. Firstly, sensor towers. I don't see them used very often in games by anyone really, but I played a couple of games ago I played against two Terrans who both put up sensor towers, and surprisingly enough it actually really screwed me over when I was trying to do harass and drops and things like that, because as you can see, the massive arc, or just looking on the minimap there's an absolute massive radius that you can see enemies coming from. So as long as you keep your eye on the minimap, you can see any drops or any harassment coming before it even gets anywhere close to your base. So you can move your troops, or at least prepare as best you can for any nasties that are coming your way. The second thing I wanted to mention was my graphics settings. I listen to a lot of Day9 Daily, and he sets his graphics on extremely low. I don't particularly like that because it just looks hideous, and then you might as well just go back and play SC1 because that's how bad it looks. But I find on medium you get enough detail, but less of the fruit and the animations and all that kind of showy stuff, which I mean I do love, but to try and just improve in the game, it's nice to have those distractions turned off for a short while, just so you can get the basics underway. And plus, it as Day9 says, it does actually help you to pass the information that you're seeing on screen, so you can quickly have a quick glance at things. I know I just clicked around them, it probably looked horrible, but you can have a quick look around the map and process all that information very quickly. So I do like that. Now the second thing that's about to happen is myself and my random ally here are about to push in and make an attack onto the base, because we did scout and we saw that they were taking up. At the exact same moment, they were about to... Oh my goodness, my computer... I'm streaming a movie to my home theater system for my fiance to watch while I'm doing this cast, so my computer's having a bit of a cry. Anyway, so the two opponents here are bringing in 3 warp rays and a Nidus worm, I think that's how you say it, and going to pump out all his roaches there. So he's going to do a pretty major attack. Now, the reason why I wanted to highlight this is because right now, Chronic, yeah, his name's Chronic, is thinking, oh crap, I've got a whole bunch of guys in my base, so I'm going to attack. Which, with this amount of forces, granted that we assume all their armies here, he can probably do quite a lot of damage to the base, but what I'm finding, what I'm trying to do, as you can see here, is instead of trying to do a base race, as most people call it these days, I'm leaning towards moving my troops back, even if I'm over the other side of the map, moving all my troops back to defend my base, kill off all his troops, then reinforce just a little bit, and then send all my troops back into his base. And the reason is, as you'll see in just a moment, I am able to clean up all these roaches and these void rays with no problems whatsoever. You can see 4 tanks there sieging up, and these roaches are going to go down like no problem. So, and even these void rays, I'll just move my marines over this way, stim them up, and then they go down very, very quickly. But my point of showing this game is the fact that you should, in my personal opinion, I find that it would be better spent to bring your army back to your base, defeat the enemy threat, then slightly reinforce, maybe heal up and repair all your units, then send them all back in, because they'll still be behind. You can see here that this Zerg player has got nothing. He's got a bunch of minerals. He obviously hasn't been macroing up. And even the Protoss player, he's even in a worse position here. He's got 1600 minerals, 500 gas. So, and there my computer chugs again. So assuming, of course, that even if they macroed, you would still come out on top, because I've got all these marines, I've got these tanks, I'm now getting out a couple of medivacs. I've got plenty of forces to push back, and I could probably make a very sizable dent and then macro up a second force and do a second attack. So yeah, my point really just is, pull your troops back, defend your base, then attack, instead of trying to do a base race, which usually ends up with the person who attacked first being the victor. And if that wasn't you, then yeah, you're kind of screwed. Also, quickly going back to the sensor towers, if you keep your eye on the minimap while you've got a couple of sensor towers up, you can spot all these shenanigans going on, and clearly I'm not. I was trying to macro up at the time and completely focused on building another army, and did not see them even coming, so that's my bad, even though I had the sensor towers in place. Anyway, I'm trying to keep this video short. Note also that because my wedding is this Saturday, I probably won't get any more videos out for another month. I do apologise for that time delay, but after I come back, I've actually got another guy who wants to start casting with me, so we might start doing that on a more scheduled basis, and probably even start doing some live commentaries of actual games, probably in the Silver and Gold League level, because I'm trying to just do casts for the average gamer. Yeah. Alright, anyway, have fun.